Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into why women decided to call off their engagement. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let's get into the video.
I was in a 10-year relationship. I was engaged for the last 2 years of it, and 2 weeks prior to the wedding, we broke everything off. It wasn't that I realized in those 2 weeks that we weren't compatible, including lifestyle plus other issues. It was that it was a long time coming, and it took me a really long time to choose myself until I chose myself.
This sounds like a load of crap already because she's not giving us a clear-cut reason as to why it happened. I believe that she was dumped. I believe that maybe he found out she was cheating or something along those lines 2 weeks before the wedding, and he called it off, because I'm not hearing anything from her saying that he was a bad person or anything like that. One, which is usually what they do. As you heard with that one, this guy was going to make me pay 50-50, blah, 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 blah. This one's not saying that. This one's just, I reckon this one was dumped, and she's trying to make it seem like it was her choice.
Kept thinking and convincing myself that things would get better, that as time went on, he would change. And that's the thing that I learned, that people don't change for other people, they change for themselves. And I was dating him and being with him for his potential and what he could be, instead of just seeing who he was and who he was showing me right then and there. To give you guys a little background, we were college sweethearts, so we were growing together, and then it wasn't until we graduated college that we started living together that I saw more of who he was, that we started growing apart.
We started growing apart. Yeah, okay.
And that's when the issues started coming up. And what I can say is that when you don't have peace of mind, that's how you know that it's your time to leave. And I ignored my intuition for a really long time until I didn't.
From what I'm getting from this one, she got the opportunity to monkey branch, and she probably did, and that monkey branch has since broken. This guy obviously found out that she was cheating and dropped the wedding, dropped her, dropped all of it. That's what's going on. So she's put a little slide in at the end. Oh yeah, it's when we moved in together that I saw that he wasn't what I wanted in a partner. Yeah, sure, buddy.
Get ready with me to tell you how I broke up with my boyfriend of 3.5 years and was engaged. Ultimately, it was my decision, and I'm glad I went through with it, honestly. Was it one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make for myself? Most definitely. But like I said, I don't regret it, honestly, and I feel like it's for the best of us together. Obviously, there's a lot of logistics I want to share, and just in general, a lot of extra things, but I'm just going to go over the overview. And so overall, and honestly, this is still very hard to share, especially on the internet, but I'm going to, because I'm just like that. But ultimately, I needed more. I feel like I was asking for basically the bare minimum, and when I thought about it, okay, once he did that, maybe it's still the bare minimum.
So she's asking for the bare minimum, whatever she considered that to be at the time. And when he did that, that became the new bare minimum, and she wanted more. Do you see how this works? If she's asking for something, that's entitlement, okay? She thinks she's entitled to you acting a certain way towards her or doing certain things for her. And if a woman ever does this, if a woman's ever entitled, you know that you can dump her, and it's going to be a great choice, okay? Because that one is never going to be your girl.
And I asked for a lot of different things for many, many years. Forgave for many, many years, and at this point I'm just kind of done. And so for me, I feel like once you keep asking for the same damn thing for years and years, once you finally kind of get it, and even if you don't, it just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel genuine, because it's like, I just harassed you so long to be able to do this one action.
Yeah, what I hear from this is, I asked him to keep doing this thing for me, he did it, I lost respect for him, and then I moved on.
So in addition to asking for basically the bare minimum, there's some other details within that I can share in another video. But also, I feel like it was like this mother-son relationship too, where I was like being the mother. And I feel like a lot of girls can relate to that, because I've talked to a lot of friends, things like that, and it's like, I'm sorry, like, I'm not going to be your mother. And once that dynamic hits, then it's like, it just doesn't feel right, I feel like. And I feel like I was just taking a lot of the mental load and just like stuff like that, and it just wasn't fun. Was not enjoyable or happy for me. But that doesn't mean there wasn't happy moments at all. Obviously there was happy moments, but in the end there was so many sad moments and stuff that I had to do alone, cry myself to sleep all the time, and it's just like, at some point I was just like, I can't do this anymore. And so with every relationship, obviously, like, the intimacy started dying down, and it felt like we were roommates at some points, and I was just like, I don't want this for my life. Like, I can't stand at the altar and pretend that I'm okay and I want to marry someone like that. He's a great person, I give him that, but I just don't think we're meant to be together. Like, I want so many different things than he wants, things like that. And I feel like some people try to stay in relationships and make them work when you guys are just not meant to be together. And then some people are like, well, just forgive him. Can you forgive him one more time? And it's like, I literally don't have any more forgiveness left in me. Like, my cup.
Don't forgive her. She's entitled. She wants something. You gave it to her. She didn't want you anymore, okay?
Like, I know no one's perfect, and I know everyone has their flaws, but like I said, I just feel like we weren't meant to be together. I shouldn't have to keep forgiving, and I should finally put myself first, and I think that's okay and a good thing. And so overall within that, I was starting to like lose myself. I wasn't really acting like I normally act, as happy as I usually am, and I knew that was the biggest sign. So honestly, it was like a huge mental battle of like, oh my gosh, I'm losing so much, but I'm also gaining my happiness back. But I am very proud of myself because like a lot of people stay in mediocre relationships and I'm just not that girl. Couldn't be me. So more videos to come and new beginnings.
Yeah, okay. Let's have a look at her with her makeup done, right? That's what she looks like. What would we give her with her makeup done, mind you? I'll give her a 5. Okay, she looks like a 5 with her makeup done. All right, now let's look at what she actually looks like. This is my favorite part of Get Ready With Me videos. Girls, if you're going to do Get Ready With Me videos and bitch about guys on your channel on TikTok, we're going to be doing this. Just to let you know, I think you should stop this little phase of you girls are doing. Okay, so that is maybe not quite a 2, maybe a 3. So she went from a 3 to a 5 with makeup. That's the game we're playing today. So she went from a 3 to a 5. That's that. That's her there. And that's her with makeup on. Yeah, doesn't really improve it a whole lot. You boosted yourself by 2 points, but you're still not very good looking, and you turned down a guy. Do you know that for just $2 a month, you can watch hours and hours of Teddy Gone Rogue content that's growing every day? That's right, you'll get access to exclusive content like High Value Man Made Easy, which will give you the tools to become a high value man the easiest way possible. My full videos are a lot more uncensored as well, so you're really missing out if you're not watching them on Patreon. Join now at patreon.com/CW/Teddy Gone Rogue. Link is also in the description of this video.
We need to normalize ending an engagement with a wonderful man. Stay with me on this one. All you see here on TikTok, all you see online is people talking about ending an engagement because somebody has lied, somebody's cheated on them, and it's okay to end a relationship with a truly wonderful person.
Yeah, it's totally okay to have wasted years of a man's time because he's a great guy, and I just want to go back out in the streets and get slammed a bit more.
So I was engaged years ago to a truly wonderful, wonderful man who I loved very much and who loved me.
Oh yeah, clearly you loved him very much.
But we had problems, and I believed everything that society sold to me that, oh God, love will conquer all. And it's just not true. Our problems kept mounting and mounting, and we kept saying, oh, we'll be able to figure them out eventually because we love each other. And then as we got closer to the wedding, they got bigger and bigger, and they were things that we couldn't compromise on without compromising our happiness. So I ended
our happiness, her happiness. This is a big problem with women, mate. You girls really need to learn that it is not a man's responsibility to make you happy. You have to make yourself happy, just like every other person on earth. We are not responsible for your happiness in the least. So if you're not happy, you need to work on yourself. You need to find things about yourself that make you happy to be you. And if you're not finding any of those things, it's probably because you're a terrible person who calls off engagements with very tolerant men who tolerated that face. I'm telling you, there's not going to be that many. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't.
the relationship. He was very devastated. I was very devastated. But it's been years now, and we have been able to become really, really good friends. He got remarried. He had a beautiful child. And we've been able to have this friendship carry on, and I know it will carry on for the rest
So she believes that she's now having a friendship with this man who is married with children. I'm sorry, lady, you don't have a friendship with this man.
of our lives, which is probably what we should have always been, which was truly, truly great friends. So let's normalize ending relationships with people who just aren't right for us, no matter how wonderful they are.
Hey, look, I'm not against people calling off an engagement. You don't feel it's right, call off that engagement. And men, if a woman calls off an engagement, you know, she's gotten your commitment, you've given her that engagement, she had that opportunity to finally be a wife, and she calls it off, let her go back to the streets forever, because that's what's going to happen. This woman's clearly over 30, right? She's got to be pushing 40. She's out, she's done. No man's given her commitment. Coach something or other, wow. And she's going to be a dating coach. That's what they all do, by the way. These women, they end up without like a man or any of that sort of stuff, and then they think they have the right to go off and become a dating coach and give all these people dating advice. It's really tragic.
So yesterday I posted a video talking about how I was engaged, but I broke it off and moved across the country where
caked in makeup. Jesus Christ, lady.
I didn't know a soul, and a lot of you guys wanted a story time about it, so let's do it. So I got engaged September of 2019 to a guy that I was dating for about 2 years at the time. And he's a really awesome guy, but for some reason, before we got engaged, I just was not feeling good about it. I started having doubts about 3 months before we got engaged. We had gone on a trip together, and I saw some aspects of his personality come out that I just didn't appreciate, like how he acted under stress and stuff like that. And so
I didn't like how he handled stress because I was putting a lot of stress on him. And I think because I cake myself in this makeup that I look really good. Look at how much effort she's put into her appearance for this one video. She's done her hair. She didn't just wake up like that. She painted her face on, which always makes me think, how ugly must you be underneath all of that makeup? Like, it's so thick. You can see that that whole face is basically a mask. You might as well just be wearing a mask every day. It doesn't even look like a normal person. So this woman that cakes herself in makeup and does her hair and, you know, she's blonde. Well, she's fake blonde, obviously, bottle blonde. She's thinking, I can do better. Well, I went on a holiday with him and he got stressed out by me, and, you know, he raised his voice and I didn't like that. That was bad. So he's a bad man and I can do better. That's what I'm getting from this so far. Let's see where this goes.
like around that time, I started to have these feelings of doubt, and then I knew that the proposal was coming. Like, I knew that it was coming up, and so I started to feel, instead of excitement, I started to feel really stressed and anxious about it. I was so stressed that literally the week before I made a pros and cons list, which, looking back now, hindsight 2020, I feel like if I felt the need to make that list, I probably should have just known that it wasn't right. But my issue was that, like, on paper, he was everything that I wanted in a partner. He was all these amazing things, and I was like, what is wrong with me to where I don't want to marry this person? Like, there's literally no reason why I should be feeling this way. And
Yes, there is. I can tell you already. That caked on makeup is because she's insecure about herself. That blonde hair is to attract males. All of what she's doing right now, you know, that big jumper or whatever you'd call that she's wearing, and the fact that she's not wearing any pants underneath them, seemingly. She's going for that kind of look. Every guy watching this knows exactly what look she's going for here. She's trying to attract men, which means her pair bonding ability is shot. She has been run through. This guy once again gave commitment to a woman who had a high body count, who could not pair bond, and then when it came time for her to commit to him, when he said to her, hey, for you, here's a ring, I saved up for this, I want to give it to you. That's when she decided, nah, if you're gonna marry me, you know, you mustn't be that good, because she doesn't feel that good about herself. That's why she cakes herself in makeup and makes herself fake and superficial, because she doesn't feel good about herself. It's a deep-seated insecurity. And because this guy committed to her, because this guy said, yes, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, she said, well, this guy mustn't be that good. I bet I can find another Chad to bang that's better. And that's basically it. So she goes, well, if you like me, I mean, I don't like me, so I must be able to do better than this, surely. I mean, this guy is willing to commit to me. That's gross. I'm gonna go and find a Chad. There she is, going back out on the streets. But we're going to be calling it there for everyone that's on YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey, and Rumble. If you enjoyed this content and want to dive deeper, as I've mentioned before, head over to my Patreon page for the full videos, $2 hours of content. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments below. I look forward to hearing about them. And if you're one of my amazing Patreon supporters, I appreciate that support so much. Let's keep going.